Hi guys, so today I thought I'd do a video that got requested to me over Instagram about my tips on my first day of secondary school. Is being on time and knowing when the times are. So especially arriving to school and going home from school. So arriving to school, always good to get there as early as you can, or on time at least. And leaving school, always good to arrange a place with whoever's picking you up, whether it be your uncle or whoever, or a taxi or your mum or whatever, for them to know where and when to pick you up. And it's also good, well, I say it's also good, it's also essential to know when your lessons are and when your break and lunch is, because you don't want to be spending lunch when you actually have a lesson. So it's always good to know your timings and to make sure you know what's going on. Is friends and making friends and meeting up with friends. I'd always arrange on your first day of secondary school to meet up with anybody you know that's going through secondary school. Meet up with them in a place that you know where it is, and then that way you've got a group to go with, and it's not so intimidating and it's not so scary. And I say scary, but it isn't scary. Just you've got somebody there or people there that you know and you're friends with. And it's just you can go around with them, and then until you make some other friends, it's just a lot easier, and it's just a more, in a way, comforting to know you've got somebody else there. Is lesson time and asking for help. In lessons, again, you hopefully have some friends with you, and you may make some new friends in your lessons, which is always a good thing. Don't be worried about making new friends, because you will, don't worry about it. Asking for help, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't just sit there and think, oh my god, I don't know what I'm going to do, I don't know what this is. Ask somebody, whether it be, I don't know, a teacher or a friend or somebody in your class. Even somebody you don't know, just ask them, because I'm sure somebody in your class will know what they're doing, even if you don't. Oh yeah, and homework, always good to get that in on time. Because you don't want to get shouted at or get detention. Is bullying. I couldn't really not say this. If you know somebody who is being bullied or you're being bullied, you must tell somebody. I mean, I can't express how much it's so important you have to tell somebody. If you know somebody that's getting bullied but they haven't told someone, maybe ask them if they want you to tell somebody. Whether it be like head of year or whoever, or somebody they trust. You've just got to tell somebody. That's all I can really say about it, really. You've just got to tell somebody and just ignore what the bully's saying, because none of it's true. Don't let it get you down, and just don't listen to them, really. But don't have a go at them. Just don't do anything about it. You basically just tell somebody. That's just the easiest thing to do. Just tell somebody, and then you won't get into a sticky mess. Is bag. I know that sounds really simple. Don't buy a bag, for goodness sake. Don't buy a bag that's 30, 40, 50, 60 quid. You don't need it. My first school bag only lasted me halfway through my first school year, because I spent a little bit too much on it, and we're not saying too much money is going to be a really bad bag, because sometimes they're great bags, but you just don't need to spend the money on it, because it'll get ruined, and it'll have marks on it, it'll have stains on it. So I wouldn't get an expensive bag. And I've got my bag here with me now. This is my bag. Don't spend too much on it. Mine was £13 from Primark, and it's not real leather, and it's fake leather, so it's better to white in my opinion. Yeah, and for pencil cases and all of that, you only really need essentials. I'd say would be pencil, 2 pens, a rubber, a sharpener, and then you've got pencil crayons and felt tips if you really want them, but usually your school should provide them for you. Girls, if you want to bring makeup with you, there generally isn't any need in year 7, as it's like your first school year. If you really want to, I'd recommend bringing a little bit of makeup. I'm not saying you have to, because you don't need to, but I do. Body spray or deodorant is always a good thing, because of after PE you may smell a little bit, especially if you had it first. It's not great smelling for the rest of the day. That's always handy to have. Hand sanitizer is always good, any in the school loose, and some mints or some breath spray is always good for after lunch. You pop a piece of gum in, or a mint, or some breath spray, and then you've got fresh breath. Books and all of that. Be wary that you're going to probably have to carry around pretty much most of your books. Obviously you don't have to bring in every single book in every day. Whatever lessons you don't have, you don't need to bring in those books. Don't bother carrying around all your books. It's just going to weigh you back down. It'll hurt your arm or your back or whatever. A folder is also good because you can put all your paperwork in there, any letters or any homework or any artwork or whatever if you want to put in there. Always handy to have. Oh, and also for girls, if you know what I mean by girl bag, then that's always handy to have. I mean, you may not need one quite yet, but I'd be prepared. Your nurse should have some if you need some, but it's best to bring your own so you know you got some. Yeah, that was my essentials for secondary school. Obviously there's other stuff you've got to think about, like uniform and anything else, but they were like the bits that I think are like the most important, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like my other videos. And yeah, like, share, favourite, anything else you want to do. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.
We'll continue with our story in just a moment.
When Mrs. Jones goes shopping, she has a list, a purse, and not much money. So naturally, she looks for values, just like you. Now there's a buy, PSI, personal size ivory. Did you know that 4 cakes of PSI cost about the same as 3 cakes of other leading toilet soaps? Like getting an extra cake free. Very thrifty. And have you discovered how wonderfully relaxing an ivory bath can be? Ivory's white, fresh smelling, makes mild, creamy lather, gentle enough for a baby's skin, and for yours. And it floats. Pure pleasure in your bath. Pure economy, too, like Mrs. Jones. Why don't you start using personal size ivory? Buy 1, 2, 3, 4 cakes and save.
Hey guys, so I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to curl your hair, and I think I'm only gonna do a few, like, how to do it, because I want my hair straight today, but I was bored, so I'm going to do a quick tutorial. So my curling iron is heating up, and I have a terrible, this is actually my mom's, but it's like, I think it's really terrible, but Conair. I don't really like it, but whatever. I guess it was cheap or something. It's really light. Take a piece, taking the lever and like spin it. Maybe I did it the other way. I did it this way. Putting it in like right here by the root. Clamp it down and twist and like turn it. Then wait a few seconds and like pull up on the lever, move it down, twist and turn, pull it down, twist and turn until you have every bit on there, and then wait at least like 20 seconds. And then like do that. Ow, got stuck. Wow, I've never really done that before. And that is how you curl it, like that. And it made it really short because it was like that, and then yeah, and then the way that is a layer, that's why it's so short, and you can like brush it out with a little bit to make it like a little softer, like that. And then you can do it without the lever. Just take a piece of hair and wrap it around just like that. And then wait 20 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds. Like go there. And then that creates a softer, like more natural look. Although like with this, it makes it more like ribbony and stuff. But this makes it like a softer look. This is the hairspray I use. It's the Aussie Opposite Extract. I don't really like it because it doesn't really spray well, and it like only sprays in one spot. Like, can't really do it. So yeah, that's something I like regret buying. But yeah, thanks for guys for watching. Subscribe, comment, like. I just said subscribe, but anyway, bye guys.